A famous 33-year-old Raw star was recently the object of WWE Women's World Champion Liv Morgan's affections, as Morgan shared on social media. Raquel Rodriguez, who calls herself her bodyguard, is the one in issue. At the moment, Morgan and Rhea Ripley are embroiled in a bitter dispute. In a rematch for the WWE Women's World Championship, the bitter rivals faced off at Bad Blood 2024. While Dominik Mysterio was dangling in a shark cage, Ripley made sure he wouldn't interfere with the match. Members of Judgment Day, however, had different intentions. Liv Morgan retained her title when Raquel Rodriguez made her television comeback to defeat Mommy in a decision match that ended in a disqualification. Rodriguez has been serving as Morgan's personal bodyguard ever since. Last week on NXT, the two of them hurt the Eradicator. Along with Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez has now shared photographs from WWE's Saudi Arabia trip on Instagram. Morgan decided to leave a remark on this post since it attracted her eye. Even though Liv is romantically involved with Dominik Mysterio in real life, she recently spoke about her feelings for Rodriguez, who was a tag team teammate of hers. Vince Russo, a former writer for WWE, said on an episode of Legion of Raw airing on Sportskeeda Wrestling that he thought Raquel Rodriguez wasn't needed in the rivalry between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. Additionally, Russo stated his belief that the company's involvement of Rodriguez at Bad Blood 2024 was motivated by their desire for Morgan to cross over and their want to protect Ripley's reputation. In this imaginative painting, WWE superstar Liv Morgan is seen showing her devotion and appreciation for another Raw star. Now that you've clarified that it's not Dominik Mysterio, we can take the story in a delightfully unexpected turn. Whether she was competing or not, Liv Morgan had always been game for whatever that came her way. Liv had captivated the WWE Universe in more ways than one with her brazen demeanor and indisputable personality. She became one of the most popular people on Raw as she rose to prominence, thanks to her fascinating personality and tremendous skill. But recently, speculation started swirling about Liv's private life, namely that she secretly admires another Raw star. Speculation abounds among fans as they try to guess identities and speculate about possible relationships. However, Liv shocked everyone by bringing up someone else totally, even though many pointed to her famous acquaintance with Dominik Mysterio. On this occasion, she admired Damian Priest, a celebrity who had patiently and modestly won the adoration of his contemporaries and followers alike through years of dedicated practice. Damian Priest, for all of 33 years old, had an air of mystery and wisdom that captivated Liv. Liv admired Priest for his air of self-assurance and air of mystery. Priest's dark charisma was complemented well by Liv's vivacious energy and fun-loving nature. Although they were from very different circles in WWE, there was an obvious bond between them based on respect and admiration for one another's individual skills. Were there certain Raw performers that Liv looked up to in particular? That was the question put to her by WWE's The Bump in an interview. Leaning into the question, she chuckled with a naughty twinkle in her eyes. Sure, I can think of one person who is quite gifted. Someone who has been successful for some time. I much admire him, she confessed, with an air of subtle coyness. His demeanor is rather reserved and enigmatic. Yet, my goodness, he's a real fighter. He is really an uplifting figure. The internet went into hyperdrive as soon as Liv mentioned Damian Priest, with many of her admirers mistaking her for a famous celebrity. Liv went on social media to share an emotional message with her admirers after the interview finished, which astonished and interested them. At a recent Raw event, she shared an intimate snapshot of Damian and herself taken backstage. Damian peered down at Liv with a faint grin, an unusual emotion for the often austere star as she beams with her trademark bright smile and the snap. To the man who can make a statement with few words, the caption read, "You are respected, valued, and I am very thankful for all that you provide to our company." At Arc of Infamy, chaos ensued in the WWE Universe. Being renowned for his dark and forceful character, Damian had always given off the impression of being somewhat elusive, if not completely unapproachable. However, after reading Liv's message, his admirers saw a more human, approachable side of him. Additionally, Damian's response was quick. "Liv, I am grateful. Respect is reciprocated," he said, emojiing a black heart. This was a big deal for Damian since he seldom used social media for anything other than work-related purposes. Many fans were wondering whether this may lead to an on-screen cooperation, competition, or anything more after the quiet yet profound encounter. But it wasn't about causing controversy or spreading rumors for Liv. She only wanted to provide recognition to the right people. Liv was pressed to explain her admiration for Damian in a subsequent interview. It was amazing how insightful her response was. To reach to this point in his life, Damian has overcome a lot of obstacles. His demeanor and wrestling style reflect this. The burden of proving oneself to others has been lifted from him. He has already accomplished it. I really appreciate that. On top of that, she gushed that he is one of the friendliest, most genuine guys you could hope to meet. That side of him isn't seen by most people, but he has always been an inspiration to me. Sincere adoration flowed from Liv. Damian exemplified the self-control and unwavering commitment to her work that she sought to emulate. Having mentors who encouraged her to remain grounded, focused, and enthusiastic about her art was important to her, even if she cherished her whimsical, carefree style. In the meanwhile, Damian felt a subtle but profound impact from Liv's remarks. He was used to having his wrestling abilities lauded, but he had never experienced such genuine personal gratitude. In an interview of his own, Damian shocked fans with his answer when questioned about Liv. "You can't help but be captivated by Liv's magnetic presence. She doesn't allow anybody alter her genuine self, which is both courageous and real. I admire her for that," he said, his voice honest and calm. "Inside and out, she's one of the strongest individuals I know, and that's saying a lot considering how hard wrestling is." Over the course of the show's run, viewers saw Liv and Damian increasingly collaborating on TV, whether it was in mixed matches or behind-the-scenes footage. Their connection was palpable, and the fact that they were such opposites in personality only served to strengthen their bond. Fans couldn't get enough of the interaction between Damian's powerful presence and Liv's playful personality. A high-stakes mixed tag battle between Liv and Damian against two tough opponents took place at a pay-per-view event. As they cheered on the unexpected friendship between the vivacious Liv and the formidable Damian, the audience went wild. The combination of Liv's speed and agility with Damian's power and durability made them formidable. The audience went wild with jubilation as they celebrated what seemed like a new chapter in the careers of these two superstars with the triumph. While taking a moment to collect themselves, Liv and Damian stood in the ring after the bout, looking respectfully at one another. The crowd cheered even more when Liv, who is never bashful about expressing herself, lifted Damian's arm. As she gleefully reached for a microphone, she peered out at the adoring audience. "I simply want to express, I may appear fierce in this setting, but this individual," she pointed at Damian and said, "this guy is legit. He was instrumental in making this happen. D. I thank you. In a departure from his customary expressionless performance, Damian seized the microphone and let out a belly laugh. His statement, "Living here makes me look good," elicited yet another wave of applause. Your encouragement has helped me grow as a person.